Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm very excited to be here on the Trinity design team. Be making a fast and easy watercoloring card featuring Love You Bunches set. This video actually is part of a blog hop, to celebrate Trinity Stamps' new release, which is very, very exciting. You've got to check out the release. And here is the Love You Bunches set from Trinity Stamps. This is a great stamp set, great price point, and the matching die. I highly recommend it. And with this video, I'm just going to be making a fast and easy watercoloring card. Now, it didn't come, I'm not the best colorist, let's face it. I'm not going to lie. I'm more into, I like watercoloring, but I'm not the best at it, So I'm going to show you with this video how something can still be beautiful and not be perfect. So you'll see this coloring isn't the greatest, but I'm going to fix it and jazz it up to make it a pretty card. So to start off, I'm using Bristol cardstock and VersaFine, and I'm stamping up my stamp here. And I'm going to stamp it a few times to get a good impression because I didn't give even pressure. And it was the first time I stamped this stamp. So I had to, re-ink it a few times to get a nice clear black impression. I also pre-treated my paper with my powder tool, my anti-static powder tool. Now I'm adding some clear embossing powder on my image, and I spilled some there. And I'm just going to clean that up, and I'm going to heat emboss this quick till it's all smooth and melted, and then we'll start the watercoloring. I'm going to be using Tombows, by the way. You'll see those here shortly. The colors of Tombows I'm going to use are basically these four, and then I wound up adding one or two more markers, and I forgot what they were. I'll have the colors listed below. This watercolor brush I'm using is a travel watercolor brush that I got. Kathy Rakusin uses it, and I ordered it off Amazon after I saw her use it, and I loved it. So that's where I got that from. It's a size 2, and I just like the way it feels, and it stores easy, and it fits in the nooks and crannies nice and tight. So that Tombow sheet you see there is just right there on the top left. I'm putting my droplets on. It's just a laminated sheet. The reason why I use this, I also have one that I laminated myself, just a piece of laminated cardstock. It's white. The reason why I like to use this when I watercolor is because when you add the water with a dropper, which is what I used, it keeps it droplet form instead of spreading out. Like when I add water to my glass mat, the water just flattens out like a puddle. When you use a laminated sheet, and this one here from Tombow, it stays in a droplet form. It doesn't spill all over the place. So I really like that, and I don't need that much water I wasn't doing a big image, where I needed a huge wash of, water. So I just a little bit of water, and those couple drops were great. I can clean my brush with them and then add another drop or two and move on. So that's what I like. This video is all about easy, simple, and not the best coloring. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't my best, but what I wanted to focus on with this video was fast and easy watercoloring. And again, I'm going to show you a way to cover up coloring that you may not be completely in love with. So I love this image. I wasn't entirely happy with how I colored, especially that focal flower, but what I did, and which you'll see soon, how I turned it into something that came out really pretty. So I added a different blue here, and it was a different shade than I wanted, and I'm like, oh gosh, that blue does not go with the stone blue that I started off with. But again, what's nice about Bristol cardstock and Tombows, they blend very well together on this cardstock. So while I'm coloring here, I just want to take a moment to you know, again, reiterate that this is part of a video hop, and Trinity is doing the hop in order to celebrate their January release. It's a big release. A lot of their products are intertwined in the fact that they can be used together, which is nice because if you get multiple items, you can use them individually or you can use them together, and that's a great way to stretch the use of that supply. You know, different ways of using things. The more you can use something in different ways, you get more use out of it. You know, it's definitely worth it when you can really stretch your supplies that way. So this stamp and the die cut, the price point is great. I think you should definitely give it a check, you know, check it out. And in order to be eligible to win some of the prizes that Trinity is providing in this video hop, you need to like and comment on each of the video hop members that are doing the hop. You have to just on each one in order to be eligible to win. So if you don't mind, please, you know, maybe like, and I would be honored if you subscribed, and if you can comment below, I would truly appreciate it. And you will be also entered, and as long as you hop along each one of the design team videos in the hop, you'll be good to go. All right, so back to the card. I'm just adding a little bit of color, blending it out. What I tend to do on my images, I use a white gel pen when I'm done, just to add a couple like white lines or white highlights. And what I did here is I left some areas white, or you know, more of a organic feel. I wasn't going for perfection with this. Again, I was just going for a quick watercolor card, you know, that I didn't like spend hours and hours on, just real fast. So I'm just blending out some more of those colors. Typically what I would do with a watercolor piece is I would color it afterwards with watercolor colored pencils. Now I wanted to show you the shimmer here, and I forgot my daughter gave me a cookie she made. See it on the bottom right? She came over, put it down, I forgot about it, and I made a quick video clip of shining the light on the card to show you that this is what I do to cover up some coloring if I'm not loving it. I used you can use any shimmer pen, but I happen to use the Spectrum Noir clear sparkle pen, and I ran it over the flowers, and it just makes it smooths it out so the coloring doesn't look so harsh, and it looks sparkly in real life. It's hard to see in the video, but that's why I wanted to shine the light on it so you can see. But that's a great way to kind of soften up your image and add some sparkle and shine. It's a really great little tip there to turn something in you might not love into something you love. So moving on, this sentiment says, I love you bunches. It has a coordinating die set, but I didn't use it for that. I embossed this image here on black cardstock. I just, you know, cut it into a banner. And with the white panel underneath, I just wanted a little bit of black on this side and a little bit, I was thinking of having the white go to the top and bottom, but I decided I wanted to have a little bit of black peeking out from the top and bottom. This is not something I normally do, but again, I just wanted to try something different, and ultimately I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. So a floral always looks good with white and black. I mean, you really can't go wrong. I was going to add black splatter onto my white panel before I added my flowers. I was thinking about foam tape, propping it up, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to glue it down, and I'm going to cheat with the black speckle. And I'm trying to figure out here, I'm left-handed, so I tend to lean with my sentiments to the bottom left, which worked out here because there was more white space. So I put that on the bottom left, propped it up with some foam tape, and then I'm going to show you my black splatter cheat here in a moment. So what I did was I took a black Sakura Jelly Roll pen, and this is a glaze pen. They have different like kinds. They have souffle, they have metallic. This one is from the Glaze collection. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure they sell them individually. But in any event, when you push down on the little nib, you'll get like a little bit like of a, not a huge, it doesn't come out fast, but you can hold it down and get a bigger dot, or you can just touch your paper and just get a little speckle. So I went around and added my own black splatter, nice and controlled, and I didn't even have to use my splatter box. All right, so much cleaner. So here again, you can see the shimmer and the shine on this card. And again, it was so easy to make and so fast. And I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. Thank you so much for stopping by. It really means a lot to me. Please check out the next designer on the video hop and have a great day. I hope to see you again.